guys, welcome to number 4 in our mobility circuit that we're going to be releasing for you. This exercise, this circuit here is focusing mainly on spinal mobility, so we've decided to call it the Spinal Countdown! So you're going to need a few bits and pieces of equipment. So I've got a bench, but you can use a few other bits and pieces if you have like a box of your own, a workout box. A bench is really good because it's nice and sturdy. Something that won't move around while you're standing on it. You don't want to, we're going to be holding some weights, so you don't want to fall off of it. So make sure it's sturdy and stable. A bench is a good one if you have one. A kettlebell or a dumbbell, just some sort of weight if you've got them. We'll run through like we usually do, our 10 minutes. Just keep going for the full 10 minutes. Each one of these is 10 reps. And a few exercises I've modified. They're different from the way that they usually are, just to focus a little more on spinal mobility. Okay, so we're going to start off with a squat reach. Now for this one, you need a bench and something to hold on to, a little bit of weight. All right, so starting off in your squat, we'll start that timer. Starting off in your squat. Now for this one, you want to be as close as you can to the edge without your toes hanging off the edge. You want to get as deep as you can in your squat, holding the kettlebell or weight out in front of you. And you're just going to let this weight pull you down as low as you can. Without lifting your bum up, trying to reach down as low as you can go and touch the floor. And if you can already do that, reach down and just try and make it harder for you to touch the ground. If you can stack some stuff up underneath you, you're going to reach and then completely posture back up, back into your full, strong squat position. All right? If you're up a little bit higher, it's going to be a lot harder to get lower. Just work with what you've got. If you need to do just a smaller movement, reach and pull, that's fine too. You have to start somewhere. Okay, so we're going to do our full 10 reps of this one, making sure to come back up to that nice strong position at the top. So for me, I'm get a little bit lower with this one. So I'm going to reach down as low as I can. And with these ones, and with this circuit in particular, really take your time. Don't rush through these ones, because you need to breathe through it quite a bit. Now, I think that one is 10. Alright, so that's our first one. Now our second one, I've called it a backwards pike press. And for this one, just lay down, take a load off, relax. I'm going to put both your hands flat on the floor, use your hands to push yourself a little bit. You're going to keep your legs as straight as you can. Reach, push with your hands a bit here, as far as you can over your head. If you can, touch the floor above your head. If you can't, that's fine, just reach as far forward as you can, and then slowly roll back down and rest. You don't have to have your feet up on the bench, we're just working with the space that we've got. So each time, slowly reach as far as you can, and then back and relax. And we're going to do 10 of these as well. If you want to get to there, that's fine. We're just trying to get a little bit of movement through your spine, reaching as far as you can. Now if you can touch the floor, try and go a little bit further than you did last time. So if you're touching here to begin with, reach further back. The further back you go, the more movement you're going to get through your upper back. Just be careful with your neck on this one, that you're not really pushing really hard. Nice and slow each time. So with these ones, take your time. Breathe through them. Focus more on the distance that you're getting with every rep rather than the speed of the reps. I think that's 8. So we'll do 2 more. 2 more. And 1 more. All right. So that's our second one, backwards pike press. Now, the third one is a squat pull. Similar to the first one, but instead of focusing on the bottom of your squat, focusing on your hamstring length. So with this one here, you're going to hold the weight down as low as you can in your squat position, and then you're going to try and keep that kettlebell or weight as low as you can, and you're really going to work to straighten your legs. And we're going to do 10 of these reps. Now with this one, you won't be able to stay really low. If your hamstrings are tight, you might come up quite a bit. Just make sure that you're straightening out your hamstrings. And even if that's too hard, you can grab onto the bench if you're finding that you're falling and losing your balance, and pull your legs out straight. Similar to the squat pull that we did in one of the other mobility circuits. Really use that, squeeze it, pull yourself into your squat, straighten out your legs. Make sure you straighten out your hamstrings because that's the main focus for this one. If you can go lower, keeping your hands as low as you can below that bench, and try to use it as a benchmark. See how low you can get and how low you can keep it. Now this one can get a little bit uncomfortable. It's a bit pinchy in the back of your hamstrings. So start off with a relatively low weight, and then once it starts to get a bit more easy, a little less painful, and a little more manageable, you can start to increase the weight. I've lost count. Again. Alright, and we'll say that that's our 10th there. And then for the last one, you can keep using a kettlebell if you've got it. A dumbbell's a bit easier to use. I'll show you with both. Now for this one we're trying to just get as much movement through your spine as you can. So I want you to put your elbows right on the end of the bench, okay? You're gonna wiggle your knees back a little bit as far as they can go, really. And then from here, you're gonna poke your head through your shoulders. If you're too close, your head will just hit whatever you're leaning on. So poking your head through your shoulders, trying to get the weight that you're holding to touch your back. And then when you come up, we're gonna round your back and then try and arch your back as much as you can. With this one, instead of focusing more on your lats and triceps that we're trying to stretch, we're trying to get movement through your back, all right? So you're gonna breathe, reach down as low as you can get, and then come back up and relax. We're gonna do 10 reps, take 10 big breaths for these ones. That's nice. I like this stretch. We've already done a couple, so we'll say we'll do 5 more. Now you don't need a lot of weight for this one, and if you can't touch your shoulders, that's fine. Just squeeze the weight that you're holding a little bit and stretch as far as you can. The aim for this one is to get that weight to touch your shoulders and then stretch a little bit. And this one you can also do with the dumbbell as well. I would usually use a lighter one to start with. But it's the same thing. Alright, those are our 10 reps. So that's one round. And like always, just keep going. 6 minutes in, we'll go back to the start. Kettlebell squat reach. Starting in a nice, strong, stable squat position. And relaxing as low as you can get. Yeah. This one is fun. Now with this one, you want to try and make sure that you're not lifting your butt too much to get the kettlebell lower. You're trying to stretch through your groin. So it'll get to a point you want to lift and move forward. Keep it tight and let the weight pull you down. Remember, this is a spinal mobility circuit. You're trying to get the movement through your back as much as you can. So big breath, relax, and reach. Last one for 10. Okay. And then we go back to our backwards pike press. Already at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Now with this one, I really want you to take your time above all the other mobility circuits. If you want to go longer than 10 minutes for this one, go 15, even 20, but really take your time with the exercises. You don't need to rush these ones. This one can be pretty uncomfortable to start with, especially if you're quite tight through your upper back. So if you're not able to touch the floor above your head, don't push it. Reach as far as you can go, stretch, and then relax. Really take your time with it. After the second set, third set, you'll notice you'll start to loosen up more and more and more. So don't worry if on the first set, this one's pretty tough. Woo. All right. Then back to our third one, the squat pull. This one, I'll use the dumbbell. All right. And we're already past 9 minutes. So with this one, if you take your time and even go a bit slower than I've been going, probably only get through maybe one round, which is fine as well. But if you've got the time for it, try and push it up a little bit more. Give yourself maybe 15 or 20 minutes for this, so that you can at least get through 2 full rounds at minimum. Whew. Now we're coming up to the 10-minute mark. We're going to go just a little bit past it, just so that I can get the full second circuit in. So you guys got to do it with me. And then the lat tri stretch again. I'll use the dumbbell for all of them this time. Now, if you're using a dumbbell, if you're using a weight in general, you don't want to move your wrists to get the extra movement. You want to try and squeeze whatever weight you're holding. And instead of reaching down with your hands, keeping it tight, trying to get that movement through your shoulders. Trying to relax at the top, stretch at the bottom, arching your back as much as you can. Take nice big breaths, reaching down and relaxing at the top. And try to keep your elbows in as close as they'll get. They might slide wider and wider with each rep. Just keep adjusting as you go. And I think 10. Okay. And that's our second round. So that's our fourth mobility exercise circuit in the mobility series. Now that one is different to the other ones. Take your time with it. Give yourself a little bit longer and try and get through at least 2 full rounds before you stop doing this one. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time.